Town of Milliken for June 23, 2025. Could we all please stand for the Pledge of the Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Town clerk, please call roll.
Sorry, I gotta get the recorder on.
You're supposed to sit that clear. That's usually.
Okay.
I'm just keeping you in line. That's why I came.
Okay, Trustee Beckman?
Here.
Trustee Wakeman?
Here.
Trustee Orcutt?
Here.
Trustee Roseberry?
Here.
Trustee Nix?
Here.
And Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Here. All right. Agenda approval. Is there any changes to the agenda?
No.
If not, I'll take a motion.
Motion to approve the agenda as stands.
I second.
Please call for the vote.
Trustee Beckman?
Yes.
Trustee Orcutt?
Yes.
Trustee Nix?
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman?
Yes.
Trustee Roseberry?
Yes.
And Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Yes. All right.
Mayor Pro Tem, I do want to point out that the minutes from the meeting of June 11th are not in your packet, so we'll bring those to the next board meeting.
All right. All right. Next, we'll have a swearing-in ceremony for Amber Bond Campbell.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem Dean, members of the board. Tonight, I'd like to introduce to you Amber Bond Campbell, to those who don't already know her. She started with the Milliken Police Department as a code enforcement officer. She was given the opportunity to move into a police officer position, which was an honor for her and a dream of hers. She recently completed the police academy on June 16th, which was 22 weeks of hard work for her, and she fulfilled all peace officer standards and requirements. She is eager to serve the Milliken community in her new role as a Milliken police officer.
I get the pleasure of doing this.
I, Amber Bond Campbell,
Do
solemnly affirm
that I will support and enforce
that I will support and enforce
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and of the state of Colorado
and of the state of Colorado
and the ordinances of the town of Milliken,
and the ordinances of the town of Milliken,
and shall faithfully perform to the best of my abilities
to the best of my abilities,
the duties of police officer for the town of Milliken.
the duties
The duties of police officer
for
for the town of Milliken.
the town of Milliken. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you.
And her husband.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I like the color.
Thank you.
Welcome to your new responsibility.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait for the room to clear. This is the portion of the meeting for citizens' comments. Anyone wishing to speak to the board may come forward at this time. Seeing no one, we will move on. The minutes of the previous meeting are not available at this time, so we'll move on to acknowledgement of bills paid. They are on your desk. Are there any comments or questions? Seeing or hearing of any, we'll move on to the town administrator's report. Trust.
Trying to keep up with everything that's going on since it's been pretty busy around here. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff, but the Parks Department has removed the old playground equipment at Florence Park, and they're preparing the base for the installation of the new equipment, which I believe will be at the end of this month? Started today. So we're off and running. The project on County Road 21 is moving along, even though with all the rain delays we've had. The floor of the box culverts are in, and they will start framing up the walls of the culverts this week. So that'll be really nice to have that project done. But it looks really, have you been out there to see it? Yeah, it's something you should go do. I got to look at it from pictures that John took on his phone, but I'm sure that whole area looks a lot different now than what it did. Just to keep you all apprised, since Tuesday, the town hall staff has processed almost 400 solicitation permits. When we issue these permits, a background check is done on each one. The police department received the badges that we ran out of, so they received additional badges on Friday afternoon and have been processing those as people come in. And also, so you know that if anything on a background comes back, staff reviews it, but we also let the chief review them, just because we'd rather him make that decision instead of us. He's a professional in that. Town hall staff, in particular Michelle, Ashley, and Tammy, have worked through their lunches, stayed late in order to keep our processes for these permits going. And it's just been grueling, handling the phones, the people coming in, and our typical residential customers as well. So, and Jordan also helped with the contractors' licenses, so those weren't being held up. So, yeah, it's just been busy. The Meadow Farms RFP has been issued. Pepper, do you recall the day that the proposals for Meadow Farms need to be in? It's okay, I forgot to write it down.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let's see, questions are due Thursday, responses are out next week, so I think it's the 3rd, maybe? 3rd of July.
Okay.
I believe is when proposals are due
So,
back.
anyway, thank
Yeah.
you. So, that's underway as well. So we'll keep things rolling. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Moving on, there's no consent agenda, action agenda, consideration for approval of listing agreement for 1398 South Irene Avenue. Administrator Powell, please.
Yes, thank you. We previously have discussed this lot that the town owns, that's located at 1398 South Irene Avenue. Back in 2013, the town obtained the property. This property was donated to us. Due to oil and gas lines near this property, it was not a buildable lot at that time. Those oil and gas lines have been removed. Town staff has been maintaining this empty lot for over a decade. Staff discussed this lot at a work session with the Board of Trustees, and it was determined that the lot should be sold. So I did reach out to Kaylee Wickham, who is local, and also had her do a market analysis on this property. And what we really need to do is contemplate a price for this lot that we can include in the listing.
Discussion. What, does staff have a recommendation on price?
Now, as you can see, she did give comparable lot listings. One that recently sold for $45,000. There's some out there for $150,000. And another one at $79,000. It's a corner lot, I do believe, and it's a rather large lot. I mean, we can always list it and see if at, say, $150,000 and see if we get any responses.
Do we know the square footage of the lot?
I do,
See it.
It's 7,000 something.
right, I did have it for you before, yeah, 77, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that sounds right, 77.
Do you know, Cheryl, if there are any taps currently on the lot?
No,
No
there are not.
taps.
There's no water on the property.
Is there water sewer close?
Yeah, oh,
Obviously
yeah.
being the
It's in a
neighborhood, but-
subdivision,
Yeah,
yes, it's
okay.
close.
Will they have to purchase water?
They would.
Are the Gardenia lots, the Sunfield lots, is that price including water, I'm assuming?
I
No?
don't think so.
150, okay.
Okay,
That is
good information.
pricey in a subdivision, okay.
Do you know what the anticipation is? Because it would look out over that field and kind of be open space. Is that something that, a lot holdings owns that field, correct?
I'm not sure if they own it or if it's part of the area that now TRPR owns and/or, Civica.
Just asking in terms of, I assume it has a pretty nice view and whatnot, if it was a view that would be maintained, in the future and should be taken into consideration on pricing, you know?
Right. I mean, to me, $150,000 for a lot sounds like a lot of money. But I don't know what,
Yeah, you don't want it to sit forever either, I mean, but you want to make it competitive. So that Stagecoach lot, 45,000, it's a smaller lot by about 1,200 square feet, and it's not a corner lot, which a corner lot's more desirable, I would say.
Sunfield is a much newer development, so
Right.
I don't think we can assume that it would compete with those lots necessarily, but be somewhere in the ballpark maybe. Somebody can offer less and we can consider it.
Right.
They're not gonna offer us, well, they might offer us more. I mean, I assume not with other lots available, but
unless three
Sun,
people wanted the same lot.
yeah, Sunfield's smaller lots as well, one of them is about the same size. Does it have a metro district?
This one, I don't know if it has a metro district. I do know it's a HOA.
It's H.
Right, yeah,
Is it a
but,
metro
yeah, I
district?
don't know it. It actually doesn't have a metro district, I don't think.
that would be very
Huge.
desirable. Because Sunfield, I'm assuming, has a metro district. So, most of the new communities have metro districts.
I think part of Sunfield may or may not, too.
What do you think, Dan?
Well, I'm looking for direction from the board of a price. It sounded like 150 might be a little high. 45, I think, is much too low. So does anyone have a recommendation?
Could we have,
Go for it.
I was gonna say, can Ms. Wickham, is she allowed to like say, hey, this is kind of middle of the road, this is what we suggest, or
Well,
Or
that's why
are
she
you-
sent this.
she's looking for us to do it?
Essentially.
So she didn't give you any suggestions, like no,
hey, I think it would go for this.
Well, what she did say is originally the lot that sold for 45,000, I think was originally listed at 100 and something.
Ah,
Yeah, but it's a tiny little lot in
Yeah.
Settlers Village,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
And so, I mean,
This
this
is a
lot
corner
is
with
a
a-
corner lot,
with
it's
a-
got a view. So,
Is 125 too high?
that's what I was thinking. And if it sits, it's been sitting for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like we have to sell it right now today.
No.
And so if we list it for 125 and nobody bites right away, that's okay. And so if it sits in and then somebody offers us, then we can discuss the offer and go from there.
Let me ask a question. If we list it today and tomorrow somebody comes in and offers us 125 or meets our request for 125, are we going to have seller's remorse?
No.
No.
I think it's good then to
Yeah.
go for 125.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No,
I
because
think,
it's 125 more than what we had before.
and if-
I agree. I just wanted to ask the obvious
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Plus Keith won't have to maintain it anymore.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
there's options for, like you say, for making us an offer. Sure.
the no metro is huge though. I mean, that's the thorn in everybody's side when they usually buy a new, a construction, and so.
Comments? Any more comments from the board? Those online? If not,
I'm comfortable with 125.
pardon?
I'm comfortable with 125.
Okay. If there are no more comments or discussion, I would take a motion.
I move to authorize the town administrator to sign the documents and recommend to list the lot in the amount of $125,000.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to to authorize the town administrator to sign the documents and recommend to list the lot in the amount of $125,000. Acting town clerk, would you please call for a vote?
Trustee Roseberry?
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman?
Yes.
Trustee Nix?
Yes.
Trustee Orcutt?
Yes.
Trustee Beckman?
Yes.
And Mayor Pro Tem Dean?
Yes.
Pro Tem Dean, thank you.
All right. Any other discussion items? Board reports? Do I have any board reports? Online? Okay, thank you. Community development report is in your packet, and if I may take discretion of the chair just to thank Pepper McClanahan for all of her hard work and wish her well. We will miss her and having her wise, sage input to our board. Thank you.
Thank you, Pepper.
Any other business to come before the board? If not, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're out of here.